In Chicago, a massive law enforcement sweep known as Operation Midway Blitz has shaken the city. Over 1,000 people have reportedly been arrested in one of the largest coordinated crackdowns in recent years. Officials say the operation targets violent offenders, drug traffickers, and gang members. But behind those numbers lies a growing controversy and deep community fear. The operation was launched in early September by the Department of Homeland Security in coordination with ICE and local law enforcement. Federal officials say the mission's goal is to remove what they call the worst of the worst, individuals with serious criminal records living illegally in the United States. ICE officers, state police, and federal agents conducted simultaneous raids across Cook County, Cicero, Aurora, and surrounding suburbs. By late September, reports indicated that more than 1,000 arrests had been made. Among those detained were suspects accused of violent crimes, drug distribution, and weapons possession. However, local sources and watchdog groups argue that the numbers include people with minor offenses or immigration paperwork issues. The operation intensified in Chicago's South and West Side neighborhoods, where dozens of residents reported seeing helicopters overhead and heavily armed officers conducting house raids before dawn. Federal officials called it a major success in restoring order. Critics, however, say it's creating panic and mistrust among immigrant communities. Mayor Brandon Johnson condemned the operation, saying Chicago authorities were not informed in advance. Governor J.B. Pritzker called for an investigation, labeling the federal action militarized and reckless. Civil rights organizations have launched hotlines and legal aid teams to assist families of those detained. Outside the Broadview Detention Center, hundreds of protesters gathered demanding an immediate end to the raids. Faith groups have joined in, organizing prayer marches and vigils for families torn apart by the arrests. Many residents claim innocent people, including legal residents, were caught up in the chaos. ICE maintains that everyone arrested was targeted for specific criminal backgrounds. Despite the federal claims, key questions remain. How many of those arrested truly had violent records? Were proper warrants issued? And what oversight exists to prevent abuse? Reports of at least one fatal shooting during a raid have intensified demands for transparency. As Operation Midway Blitz continues, Chicago stands divided between those who call it a necessary crackdown on crime and those who see it as a dangerous assault on civil rights. With over 1,000 people already in custody and communities still reeling, the debate over law, order, and justice in America's heartland is far from over.